Klum. Strudel.
Strudel.
Heidi Klum. Welcome to another episode of 3 Minute Critics. I am Eric.
I am Tony. Today on 3 Minute Critics, we will be reviewing Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh, yeah.
Rated PG-13, starring Matt Damon, Christian Bale, and directed by James Mangold.
American car designer Carroll Shelby and driver Ken Miles battle corporate interference, the laws of physics, and their own personal demons to build a revolutionary race car for Ford and challenge Ferrari at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1966.
Le Mans.
So much to get to. Let's race right into this. Let's put 3 minutes on the clock. And
Skidabloinsk.
Tony, what did you think of Ford versus Ferrari?
I love the sound. Man, I was just immersed in the
You love the sound of the name Ford versus Ferrari?
No, I love the sound of those race car engines. It was so great. It's very exhilarating, very thrilling. A lot of the race car shots.
You want to listen to this loud. This is a good loud movie.
Seeing it either in the theater or having some sweet 5.1 setup and crank it up because for me it's like music. I really enjoyed that part of this film. Overall, I enjoyed this film.
What overall did you enjoy?
I felt like that it was a good retelling of a true story. Sometimes when you tell true stories, they bite off too much, more than they can chew.
That can happen.
And then you can't get a good story arc. It doesn't work very well. I thought that the segment that they were trying to tell was good, and they futzed with the facts in just the right amount of way. Not too much, not too little. I felt it was factual enough, but, you know, not so much so that you lose the sense of the story. And Christian Bale, I thought, was phenomenal.
I mean, both Christian Bale and Matt Damon, but there was something about Christian Bale, the way he took on the character of Ken Miles.
Yeah.
Here was the overarching thing about the movie for me is this was real. I believed everybody.
I think so much because of Christian Bale.
It was so much because of him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, in the supporting cast, too. But
they were good.
There was a believability here where I just felt like this was as genuine and honest as far as performances go. And, yes, especially Christian Bale.
He was so good.
Moving back to the cinematography for a second.
Go to there.
Go to there?
Go to there.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, cinematography during the Le Mans race.
During the race, and even during the test track stuff.
Yeah, that stuff was good too. But
where they put the cameras, how they shot the different angles. It wasn't your standard look for this.
So you had some shots from inside the cabin of the car,
Man, you felt like you're
inside out.
You felt like you're right in there with them.
And it was really beautifully shot. Again, that mixed with the audio. The way they had the surround audio of the car engines racing around you was amazing.
You could almost smell the petrol.
And it was also done subtly, and it wasn't overly done. You didn't have too much of that. The explosions weren't too loud. It was really well mixed. The sound in this film was excellent.
And you know, I do want to give a good shout out here. I mean, Christian Bale does really shine, but Matt Damon as Carroll Shelby is a more reserved character.
But I always feel that way about Matt Damon. I'm like, what is he really doing? Other than, being, he's great or whatever. I mean, I like him. Don't get me wrong.
No, I'm not getting you wrong.
But Christian Bale's so much better.
He is so
doing
good.
much more. I just feel like, I mean, if you've seen any footage of the real Carroll Shelby, he's a really dynamic dude.
Right.
Way more dynamic than Matt Damon's performance.
And the way Christian Bale took on Ken Miles, the character Ken Miles, was super authentic, super real,
now, speaking of that,
believable.
I didn't feel like the portrayal of the Ford execs was super authentic.
Well, what is super authentic is that our horn is going off. Not the kind of sound that you would hear in Ford versus Ferrari. Their car noise is much better than ours.
It's a little different.
But that means we're out of time for this one.
And that also means it's time to rate this film on a scale of 5 stars. So, Eric, what'd you think?
Loved this film. I loved the cinematography. I loved the performances. I loved the storyline. I loved the action. I loved it. You loved it. I loved it. And that gives this a big solid 4 stars for me on Ford versus Ferrari. How about you?
I also really loved this film. I thought that the performances in general were very good. None nearly as good as Christian Bale. The woman who plays his wife is also excellent. Who plays Molly Miles. I'm not going to try to say her name because I will massacre it, so look her up.
Boy,
she was really good. And they were great together. They had amazing chemistry together. So I also gave this film 4 stars. Really an enjoyable flick. And a really good one to see for American car racing history as well.
Well, again, we think a lot of this film. We hope you get a chance to go and enjoy it as well. But we are out of time for now. We have reached the finish line.
Oh, man.
But we would like you to go ahead and subscribe right here.
Yeah.
And we will see you next time on another episode of 3 Minute Critics.
You makes no sense.